Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the latest patch fix to Apex Legends. And we're going to jump right into it after the drop. For those of you that don't know, on Monday, May 20th, Apex Legends got an update. According to the Apex Legends subreddit by JFresh at Respawn, we're supposed to expect some quality of life improvements to the game, as well as some audio fixes. Yes, you heard that right, audio fixes. See what I did there? The patch notes read as follows. One of the biggest issues we had to tackle was improving the audio performance to address reports of sounds dropping out, missing sounds for an extended duration, or distortion for a period of time. We have made improvements both in our code and with our content that will hopefully fix these issues for many players and should lower the amount and length of time they encounter audio issues for others. We have also addressed some of the other mix issues with the game, including increasing the volume of close proximity enemy footsteps and lowering the overall volume of the game from the character select screen to the end of the drop sequence. We will continue to monitor mix issues and address them as necessary. Below are the notes on improvements we've included in today's patch as we continue to work on future improvement. I've been waiting to hear that for a long time. Nothing leaves you more dumbfounded than getting a peacekeeper to the back of the neck and wondering how you didn't hear the enemy coming in the first place. I'll just read this next one to make the video just a little bit longer, but I really have nothing to comment on this. In the performance section, improved the audio engine to be around 30% more CPU efficient, lessening the chance of distortion or dropouts. Lowered impact on data loading through code and content changes to improve potential dropout issues. I mean, it's nice not to have the audio just drop out on you and then all of a sudden you're wondering like, huh, did I go deaf? What the hell's going on? For quality of life, they have stated, lowered the master volume of all sounds during the character select screen through the end of the drop sequence. Thank goodness. The music, while you're picking your character, is super loud, forcing you to kind of yell at each other every time you're talking. Now, of course I'm exaggerating, you don't have to really yell, but the music is really loud. And especially if you're on PlayStation, for example, I don't have an Xbox. If you're not in a party chat or a private chat, it's really hard to hear your teammates over the normal game chat, which is very low quality, by the way. Lowered the volume of Wraith's ambient kunai knife sound for those who are sensitive to the sound. If it is still bothersome, we will remove it in a later patch. Now, this one here probably doesn't affect a lot of us. I'm pretty sure not everybody has the kunai knife cosmetic, and a lot of us don't play Wraith at all. I do once in a while, but she's not my first pick. Increase the volume of close proximity enemy footsteps for all legends. Sweet frickin' Jesus. This right here makes me moist or happy, because it's as if everybody was playing with the dead silence perk from Call of Duty. What? You mean I can actually hear the enemy approaching me from behind so that maybe I don't get a gun to the head right away? You know, something that should have been there at the beginning? Increase the priority of enemy footsteps to ensure the sounds play even in heavy combat situations. Now, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this one. Granted, it is an advantage that if you're caught in between a Gibraltar and Bangalore Ultimate, where there's so many explosions going on, you can still hear your enemy footsteps right behind you. However, if you're the one trying to get in there in the middle of all this chaos, trying to actually sneak in, it might not work out in your favor, since your footsteps are going to be the priority sound that everybody else hears. Who knows? Maybe I'm exaggerating. We'll test it out later. Slightly lower the volume of Pathfinder footstep sounds heard from the first-person view. I play Pathfinder a lot. No, I don't have 10,000 kills and 80 million damage. No, that's not the point. I do play him a lot. He's fun, the mobility, you know, getting the advantage, the rooftops, the zip lines, blah blah blah, all that stuff. That being said, yes, his footsteps were really loud when you were playing as him. Obviously, it makes sense because you're playing as a robot or an android or whatever you want to call it, and he is a machine, so that's all you're hearing is his mechanical limbs moving around. Maybe put some WD-40 and chain grease on it? Fix missing or quiet dry fire, out of ammo trigger click sound, and low ammo, the progressive change in sound that the gun makes as the magazine approaches empty. Sounds for the R301, Hemlock, Flatline, and RE45. Personally, I've never noticed this before, probably because if I'm getting triple penetrated by an entire squad, you're not really checking for sounds, you're just looking at your ammo count and if I have to switch weapons or start punching a dude. Increase the volume of the music that plays when winning a match. I don't care, but maybe some other people do. I don't know. I know that when we win a match, we usually celebrate by either teabagging the opponents, well, their death boxes, or just shooting bullets in the air because it's not like you're going to use the gun again, right? And finally, added more detailed audio to the training mission. Now, obviously this helps, people who are just starting to play the game. Usually, if I am playing on PC, I'll go into the training mode before I start a fight, kind of like to warm up since I'm usually a console pleb and, it's way different when you're playing mouse and keyboard. No offense to anybody else that plays on console. I've played console my whole life. I play PC, I play on the phone, I play on, well, practically anything I can or own. I'll probably edit this out and not include it in the video as to not trigger anyone. Now, bug fixes. Fixed occlusion bug for the Havoc's wind down sound. Fixed issue with automatic weapon fire sounds occasionally getting stuck on, usually after a legend respawns. Fixed bug with RE45 missing tail sounds. The echo in the environment after the shot, when in close proximity. I'm not sure I've encountered any of these three before. Pretty sure the RE45 echo sound is not something we're really on the lookout. Now I get it, it's their game, they want to polish it, they want to make it, as flawless as possible. I've just never experienced this before. Hit detection fixes and improvements. As we talked about last week, in this patch, we've pushed some fixes that should eliminate many cases of incorrect hit registration. This patch also includes some behind-the-scenes tracking of bullet damage logic. We expect there will still be some remaining hit registration problems, but with these fixes and diagnostic information, we are better equipped to track them down. I'm not gonna call bullshit, but I'm gonna call bullshit. Now, folks, I'm not a developer. I don't know the first clue about coding anything. However, we're still running into hit registration problems. Maybe I just suck, but I've run into this problem a lot. I'll be trying to bob and weave as I'm shooting the opponent, and even though I have my crosshairs on them, it's like they're moving faster than I am somehow. Did I mention it might be because I suck? Because I kinda suck. One potential cause of hit registration bugs can be simple internet connection problems. In order to determine how much of a factor this is in reality, we've refined the functionality behind our network problem indicator icons in the upper right of the screen. These icons are now pickier about your connection quality and may show up more frequently than they did before. These icon changes will be useful in narrowing down the cause of any bugs that we continue to see. Please continue to share your videos and report hit registration issues you still encounter after the patch. So there you have it, folks. You either suck, or your internet connection sucks, or the other guy's internet connection sucks, or the internet sucks. Fix for Lifeline pick-me-up banner bug on PS4. The issue has been resolved and we will be re-enabling the banner after the patch is live. I really don't know what the problem was here. I never encountered it and I am not going to research it because I need to put out a video soon since I haven't done so in a month. PC only crashes specific to Intel CPUs. We investigated the crash reports from many people who were crashing frequently and found that Intel CPUs sometimes were not executing the instructions properly in one particular function. A common example was an instruction that only reads a register crashed on writing to invalid memory. With the help of many forum users, we found that lowering the clock speed always fixed the crashes, even if the CPU wasn't overclocked or overheating. Thanks everyone, with a big shout out to Falcontine. Yeah, I'm not going to read the rest of that. This has been by far the most commonly reported PC crash over the last month or so, and we've notified Intel about the issue. In the meantime, we've put a workaround in this patch to avoid the crashing at your original clock speeds just by changing the instructions used by that one function. Please continue to send your crash logs to our forums so we can analyze and fix any issues you encounter. That explains a lot, and it's the reason why I stopped playing on PC. I'd be in the middle of a gunfight or maybe just dropping into the game and poof, the app just crashes and I'd have to start all over again. It was really annoying, especially when you're not one of those people who would just leave because you got downed right when you landed. You know what I'm saying? Additional bug fixes: fixed issue with the fortified passive ability for Gibraltar and Caustic, where they would take damage through shields. Fixed a bug that allowed players to stick objects to Gibraltar's gun shield. Admittedly, it's been fun to see the results of this, but the behavior is not intended by design and could get out of control. Items will no longer stick to Gibraltar's gun shield. However, it will now deflect arc stars. Now, I don't play these two guys much, so I didn't notice getting shot through a shield. You gotta admit though, stuff sticking to Gibraltar's gun shield is pretty funny. I haven't seen it myself. I'm sure if I look up a video on YouTube, I can find it with no problem. Now, on the deflecting arc stars notes, I'm not sure if you can bounce them off or simply protect yourself from them. I'm really glad that they're moving forward with more fixes to the game. The only thing that really stands out to me is the audio fixes, because now you'll actually be able to hear enemy footsteps behind you. I'm glad that they've decided to start communicating a little better to the community. One of the things that I'd like to see fixed is the drop sequence. You ever try to drop as soon as the countdown stops and you get stuck in a clusterfuck of legends? That's really annoying, especially because you got stuck riding the coattails of some other squads. But maybe I'm just being petty. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on the new patch in the comments below. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel for more support. If you liked the video, I appreciate a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys around.